What's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing today? I wanted to come and talk to you all about something that has been going on the blogs and TMZ and et cetera, et cetera. And if you have taken any time to go to any, blogs, you have seen all the uproar about this discussion of would you date a bus driver? So I wanted to ask and come and ask you guys, are bus drivers dateable? Are mechanics dateable? Any type of blue collar job where you're using your hands or driving, whatever it is, jobs that, the majority, let's be honest, the majority of Americans have. Are those jobs, if you are educated, gone to college, if you're in that type of a situation, would you date someone who has a blue collar job? So all of this is stemming from Ebony K. Williams. If you guys don't know who that is, she is I would call her a socialite. She is a very successful attorney. I don't think she's practicing right now. She's very, very intelligent. I admire her. I follow her on social media. And she's also a former housewife on The Real Housewives of New York City. So what has happened is she recently, I'm not sure if it was a podcast or an interview, but she was speaking to Iyanla Vanzant, which we all know who Iyanla is. You love her or hate her. They were having a discussion about, various different things, love, finding love, dating as a Black woman. And Iyanla asked Ebony, she kind of stopped her in her tracks and said, would you date a bus driver? And Ebony says, if he owns the bus. And so, of course, social media, men, women, we all had something to say, right? It was a discussion piece where everybody had something to comment about, an opinion. You either agreed with it, you didn't. Some people were saying, why as Black women do we always have to settle? Why do you ask us to accept things that we may not want for ourselves for dating? Other people, specifically men, were like, well, that's why you're going to die alone. It's kind of like that Kevin Samuels mentality of why do you think that you're so much better than the average American? And so since then, Ebony has gone on kind of a tour. I wouldn't even call it an apology tour, but she has gone on several different outlets. Her podcast, which I enjoy, Holding Court, I do listen to it sometimes. She went on The Breakfast Club recently where DJ Envy kind of fried her up, for some of the things that she was saying. She was kind of doubling down and saying almost, well, I want better for Black people. I want you to aspire for entrepreneurship, etc. So first thing, I kind of wish Ebony would just stop talking. You said what you said. I almost want her to just own it and just be like, well, okay, I don't want to date. I said what I said. I meant what I said. And because of my social class or wherever, the amount of money that I make, I don't want to date someone who cannot step up to the plate and meet me where I'm at financially, etc. You may not agree with it, but if that's her position, I respect it. But don't try to come back and say, well, I want better for us. Because honestly, because you're an attorney and you make a certain amount of money, that doesn't make you any better than a bus driver or cab driver or whatever. So, and I don't even know if it necessarily has to do with the profession. Because personally, I don't think that Ebony would date a teacher, which is a very respectable profession. Most teachers have master's degrees. They're very well educated, and being a teacher is a beautiful profession. We need teachers. Teachers love and educate our children. So I don't even know if she's even being honest about that, the entrepreneurship. I just think it's money because I think if a lot of business owners don't make money. So I think if it was an entrepreneur and they were not making the money that she's making, she still wouldn't date them. I think it's more about your social class and what you are financially bringing to the table, which, again, that's fine if that is your preference. But just say that and own it, and stop, like, playing the ping pong back and forth, because you are getting fried, dyed, and laid to the side on social media. People are going in on Ebony, and a lot of people are not happy with her views and what she's saying and how she's bringing it to the table. So I'm just curious, how does everybody feel about it? I mean, I can understand where she's coming from on one hand, because I'm educated. It's for me, it's more of, I'm educated. I make, good money. I'm not making money like Ebony K. Williams, but I do want a man, I'm not gonna say every woman, but my preference is a man who he's got to be able to take care of himself. I don't want to take care of anyone, and you want someone that can do for you sometimes, and you want someone bringing something to the table. But for Ebony, and for women who kind of feel like this, and if you have standards that are so high, and most of, specifically Black men, are in the regular, I don't want to make it a Black thing. Most Americans are average. And if you are expecting to find a man who's God-fearing, funny, tall, nice, kind, smart, witty, and rich, your pool of men is going to be like this, like 0.0000 whatever of the population. So if you really are looking for love, you got to bend a little, and it's got to be some give and take. And if love is really important to you, you have to prioritize where that is, because a loving, wonderful person that's amazing and has all these other qualities that's rich, the likelihood of you finding that is like slim to none. And then if you do find it, there's going to be so many other women that also are vying for his time. Where does that leave you? So I think what Iyanla was trying to get her to say, and what a lot of people are trying to get her to see, and what a lot of people are trying to get her to see, is that sometimes we have unrealistic expectations. Regardless of who we feel that we are, our expectations are unrealistic. And you have to, as we're getting older, it's not like Ebony's 23. She's probably 40, whatever, so you have to, unfortunately, and again, this is not saying that you can't find love at 40. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like as you get older, the pickings do get slimmer, but everything is about your perspective and your expectations. And what is it that you really want? Do you just want a rich guy that's going to treat you bad? That's going to whatever? You don't care how he looks. You don't care whatever. He could be fat. If that's what you want, then you might be able to find that. If being rich is important, but if you want love and all the other redeeming qualities that you would think should come with that, then you need to start rethinking your strategy and what you are really looking for. And your expectations have to change a little bit. And I don't think that Ebony K. Williams is bending on that. And that's fine. But just keep in mind that you might not find what you want. And so this is, not just for Ebony K. Williams. I'm speaking to myself as well, women and men. I just think that we all need to be a little more realistic with what we think we deserve, and we need to kind of prioritize the more important things, which is you want someone that's loving, honest, kind, nice. For me, you got to be funny. That's a great quality. I like to laugh. I don't want to be with someone that's like a non-negotiable, who is like just, he doesn't have any type of personality. Those are the things that are important when you want to spend your life with somebody. So hopefully Ebony K. Williams will, kind of change her mind on that. Something's telling me she's not, though, because I've been following her for a while. She seems very, very stubborn. And she's very smart, but nobody knows everything. And she comes across, she has that energy of, I know what I'm talking about at all times, and I'm really not willing to compromise or even open up my thoughts to something that could be different and that could be beneficial to me in the future. So I'm curious on how you guys feel or what your thoughts are on this subject. Please like and subscribe and comment because I will respond. And I think it's nice to have healthy dialogues like these. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.